Welcome to Troopers Travels. I'm at the National Memorial Arboretum, Staffordshire. So we're going to have a look round and look at all these memorials. I think there's 25,000 trees and over 400 memorials. I don't forget them all in, but hope you enjoy, and it's a visit and it's something different. See you shortly. Bye. This is the polar bear monument, the associated memorial, first one to be erected in the park, and it's a tribute to the 49th Infantry West Riding Division, based on basically they were snowed in Iceland, and that's how they got the name, the polar bear regiment in theory. So that's what the monument is. We'll have a quick nosy around it. That's your polar bear monument. A few more memorials for regiments. The Hawks, the Royal Dragoon Guards, the King's Hussars. That's in memory of the fallen ones. The Queen's Royal Hussars, I think I'm pronouncing that right. The Queen's Royal Lancers. That's a memorial, basically who served in it and who died. And the Light Dragoons. Quite interesting when you look round it. There's loads of little monuments all over. And there's a big lion thing here. This is the Duke of Lancaster Regiment. Quite impressive, that. Unveiled by Queen Elizabeth II, 17th of May 2016. It's a big lion. That's the emblem. There's loads of different ones here. Liverpool Scottish 1900 2014. Quite impressive. That's what they wore at the time. And that's the current dress. And that's the gliders from when they landed in Arnhem. I think that bit there, that's a glider, that. The monument there, that's the Yorkshire Regiment, I believe. There's different ones here. The Green Howards, 1688 to 2006. Alexander Princess of Wales owns Regiment, and it gives you all the information. So welcome to the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire. I think it's Lichfield, the British site of the National Remembrance at Alrewas. I think that's what it's pronounced, but it's just outside Lichfield, in honour to recognise the service and sacrifice and recognise services and foster pride in the British Armed Forces and civilian community. There's like loads and loads of like little memorials. The main one is over there, but we'll have a look at that in a sec. And it looks it's a quite vast area, so later past 3, so we'll check it out and have a look at things. This is another one. the Queen's Own Island, Seaforth and Camerons, 1961 to 1994, in his military uniform. And then we'll look at these. This is the Royal Army. This is some type of hobbyhawk, what they used to jump over. Been turned into a memorial for them as well. As you can look, if you look round, there's loads. According to form as well, in this on this site, there's obviously 2,500 trees. There's over 400 memorials for armed forces and civilian organisations and voluntary bodies. And there's even an HMS Amethyst cat called Simon. I don't know what that means, but we'll have a look round anyway and we'll see where we're at with things. But yeah, lovely place. And touch wood, the sun comes out and it don't rain. And this is in honour of the proud and grateful memory of all ranks, the Royal Leicester Regiment and its forebears. Looks like some type of tiger. Quite, and it just tells you all the battles. Yeah, South African and all, Korea. Some good opportunities here for photographs if you come as well. And you got all these trees, like I said, there were 2,500 trees, or 25,000 rather, and it looks like they've planted them in memorial. These are police ones, to be fair. So these are all police officers. And then obviously this one here, this is quite a, this is a paymaster from 1794, Army Department from 1878, as soldiers and army paid. So they were paid. And if you look at it, you've got the manual of the army paid duties. You've got loads of little coins on there, which is a nice memorial. And you've got like a big lion. But all these are trees what's been planted in memory of police officers, I believe. One died on duty, one been in car crashes and things. Not a nice thing, but it's nice to have got memorials for them. And this is a memorial, obviously, for the flowers and things. This is an old police lamp, as you can see, and wreaths. Oh, one from Home Office there. Yeah. Quick look at these. The Home Office, yeah. That's nice and to put one in for them. The original lamp stood at Easton Police Station in Hertfordshire, and is dedicated to the memory of Mandy Rayner, was killed on the 13th of October 82. She was the first police officer, woman officer, the youngest person to kill in the line of duty. So, and it was moved here from that area. An old police lamp. So it's basically been moved in. It's like a memorial portrait for any police officers what have died in the line of service. I don't know if you can hear me, and that's just another one. Remember, Gibraltar who gave the line of service. You know, that's Gibraltar, the Rock of Gibraltar. The Rock of Gibraltar. Right. And that's the name of people what died while they were in Gibraltar. Right, we'll continue to the main one. Well, let's have a look at the big one in the middle. That's the Armed Forces Monument. Obviously, a big, looks like a big Cleopatra's Needle. Notice it's got gaps as well, either side of it. That's for when the sun on specific days, when they do the populating and things. Basically, on that specific day and a certain time, the sun would shine through that. So we'll have a look anyway, but it is nice, really nice. Let's have a look. Lots of statues in here and all. Okay, so the memorial is dedicated to the men and women of the armed forces killed on duty since the Second World War. That's the families and things, that's the soldiers. Look at that, they're like old dog tags and things, and stretcher bearer. And then you've got a load of names and years. Royal Air Force, Army. And a big Cleopatra's needle in theory. I think it's like a Cleopatra's needle. We shall remember them. They died serving their country. Got like a gold mass on top as well. You can see that. This is the view I've got. And the names of people. Royal Air Force, there's loads of things in here, different ones. And if you go around here, you'll see them all, there's more. You're interested in how many names. Royal Navy, Royal Air Force. Lots and lots of people's names. That's the reef, and there's statues there. We'll remember them today, tomorrow, forever, and then the guy chiseling in and there. It's really big, this, it's vast. Lovely memorial for all the armed forces. That's the reef, and there's statues there. We'll remember them today, tomorrow, forever, and then the guy chiseling in and there. It's really big, this, it's vast. Lovely memorial for all the armed forces. So these are the Basra Memorial Wall plaques. Only clean them twice a year. Originally from Basra in Iraq. All the people what died during the Iraq War. And allegedly they only clean them twice a year. And they let them weather, but they'll last longer that way, I believe. A lot of brass ones as well. They've gone discoloured already. This is the logistics grove they call this monument. This is where they're in engineering, moving old tanks and things. And a nice garden, lovely garden. 8 suns coming out and all. Cracking. 1965, in commemoration of the Army and Services of Corps, Royal Army Service Corps and Royal Corps of Transport. 1917-1993, Royal Pioneer Corps, the Memorial Soldiers and Army Postal Corps. So basically that's the logistics side, and a nice cross on top as well. And if you look in the background, you can see that. You can see it's glinting gold now, the top of that needle. Bit hard to see it more because the sun's come out, but yeah, lovely. And that looks like a bomb one there. Now look at that one in a second. We're just coming up to one, the ones what used to be the responsible for the bombs. It's quite this big radio here. They did bomb disposal, and that's the people what's lost their lives. Oh, 8 bloody wasp. Yeah. That's bomb disposal operative. It's quite good. And this is a memorial dedicated to the men and women of the military police who gave their lives for the country. Military police. I thought they used to wear white. I'm thinking they were American MPs or military police, but nice flag there for the Corps as well. And this is the Royal Air Corps Memorial. Big eagle on top. American eagle. Glider, Highlanders Regiment. Look at that, quick look. Air Observation Post as well. The Polish Air Force Memorial. A quick look at this. Polish Campaign 1939, Polish Underground State, Warsaw Uprising, Breaking the Enigma Code, that's the code they use on the, what they found on the submarines, Polish Intelligence Service, the French and Norwegian Campaigns 1940, Polish First Corps, the Polish Carpathian Rifle Brigade, I think I've got that right, Polish Second Corps, Polish Navy, Polish Air Force, I think that's his RAF, the Polish 1st Armoured Division, Polish Parachute Brigade, Polish section of SOE in Poland, Silent and Unseen, they're like SAS, Polish women in World War II and the Polish Army on the Eastern Front. And you've got all these just done. Let me have a quick look. So this is basically, it's all in Polish, that. I can't pronounce it, do apologise, but nice little monument there. Well, memorial, not monument. And it says, for our freedom and yours, in glorious memory of the Polish men and women who gave their lives for the freedom in the Second World War, 1939-1945. Which is lovely, that. That's your pilots, that's your women, that's your navy. It's quite big, isn't it, that? The Hand at Peace, wherever that is. This is a remembrance for all the members of RAMC, Royal Medical Corps, I think, carrying somebody who's injured off the battlefield. Right, let's have a quick look at this while we're here. This is the Shot at Dawn Memorial. Bit of a story behind this, but I'll just show you what it is first of all and what it means. A bit harrowing, isn't it, this? So this statue represents a soldier called Herbert Burden, one of the 3 people shot at dawn. So basically the 6 trees, these here, 1, 2, 3, represent the people what's executed, killing, shooting the gentleman. That's his statue, and all these people here, all these stakes of wood, is other people what have died in the same way. So this one in the First World War, they shot at dawn. I think there was a film about this guy basically where he got shell shock and he got away from his battalion or whatever, and then they captured him and they said he'd basically absconded from his regiment and decided to shoot him, which is awful, your own men shooting you. But yeah, that's the statue, and these are all the people, 1950, these are people what's been shot by their own people. Terrible. Quite harrowing that, to think you're fighting for your country and you have some type of problem with a bomb going off around you or shell shock, and then they decide they're going to shoot you. Disgraceful, really. So that's the gentleman, the statue of the gentleman, Mr. Burden, what was executed by his own country. And all these behind me, all these shafts there, represent people who died in the same fate, which is terrible. But just to put a bigger picture on it for you. Terrible. So these posts represent each certain people in armed forces what were executed. I think their average age is 25 and under, but there's some saying unknown. Date between 1915, 1914, 1918, 20-year-old. Some are unknown, so they must have enlisted underage. Little did they know what they were going to come into. But if you have a look now, that's what we're looking at. How many people? Another one here. The Not Forgotten Association, founded in 1920, from comradeship to challenge. It's like an elephant. Founded in 1920. Princess Anne unveiled this. 2014. Another memorial here. There's been planted some things here to commemorate all British and Allied personnel whose work with signals, intelligence and communication security has supported HMG in wars and peace since 1914. So it's basically, it's got all your, that represents Morse code. I don't know what these bits on the one, that's like a code as well. I should imagine that's what they are. I've never known it like that. That's definitely Morse code underneath. And if we go around this side, have a quick look at this. And that's just another memorial for Intelligence Corps. And it's got some Latin. Manui dat cognitio veres. I don't know what that means, or that means the memorial dedicated to all those who served in the Corps, and particularly those who died serving their country. Nice little garden. Loads and loads. There's over 400 memorials in this park. You'd be struggle to get them all done in one day and film them. In order for those served and those serving in the Royal Corps of Signals. Not a bit of Latin or Cito. And that's the Polish Air Force and Polish monument down there. We've gone there through them trees. We've already gone. Continue anyway. A quick look around here as well. This is the Parachute Squadron, Royal Armoured Corps 65 to 76. As we come up here, this is a parachutist, a bugler, I'm not sure. Oh, it's a light infantryman. That's his own. To let them know, back and forth. The Durham Light Infantry. Look at it, quite interesting. Look at that. It's quite a good memorial, that. That's the what we use in certain battles. Battle of Somme there. This is the big one, the Parachute Regiment one. Done his parachuting. Once he's landed. And then that's like a Britannia monument, that Britannia on the horse. That's impressive, that. Nice and peaceful. Lots and lots of trees. A lot of these trees represent memorials for ex-servicemen who died. And this is a memorial for men what died in Afghanistan. Fell in service 2001-2014. There's a picture there of a gentleman, a captain. When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow we gave our today. So this is the Afghanistan one. I think it is the memorial, and this one is the Bastion Memorial, and that's the map of Afghanistan. So this is the Royal Air Force memorial. Got a big golden eagle on top. These are plaques of people what lost their lives in the RAF. 1957, 1940, 2007, 1940 squadron there, 609 squadron. And this is your Golden Eagle Auxiliary, Royal Auxiliary Air Force, RAF. Maritime Headquarter units as well on there. All your regiments or squadrons. Air Force Regiment units, again, wing of different squadrons, and then your fighter control units in there as well. And it's like on a circular thing with all the plaques of RAF people and benches. The Railway Industry Memorial, in celebration of the magnificent achievements of the British railway family who served the British Isles with great distinction, also humble beginnings in the 19th century. We especially remember and gave thanks to many thousands of railway people utilised in times of conflict and peace. And that could actually cover the guys who built the railway as well. But that's the steam train, you don't see many of them often now, do you? British Rail and all your navvies what did all the graft to get them, all your cuttings and that. This is the tree for remembrance. If you look up there, look at all these little leaves hanging out, and they've got names on as well. When they've had them done and put on a tree. Oh bless, but that's quite for your loved ones. You can buy leaves, like a tree of remembrance. If you look down here, that's the land train what goes round. I think it's £7, but you can only stop on it, you can't go round. Nice little swan over there and all. If it's a man-made lake this, or if it's some type of river. Nice one. It's got a bit overcast now, but rain's kept up, the sun's been out. But yeah, beautiful and very peaceful and tranquil here. With that favourite word again, isn't it? This is a pillbox. Type 24 pillbox, stopping the line basically. Summer 1940, Battle of Britain, so these were Home Guard volunteered to man these, so these would have been like machine guns holes. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, very echoey. God knows what it was like for machine guns going off. Can you hear that? Boom. Boom. Look at that. Right noise that. Vibrating. That's your pillbox. That's a quite nice metal memorial. Squadron 47. Pillbox again. That's quite impressive, that. Memorial for the glider pilot regiment 1942-57. I believe there's like a Pegasus bridge, that's the one. Is that when they tried to, on D-Day, when they tried to take that bridge? And these are them gliders they used to use, well they used during that. Now the 6 Horsa gliders were released by Halifax aircraft pilots of 298 and 644 Squadron, and that's what they are. Yeah, and obviously that's your memorial bench. Just quite interesting. Wow. Okay, and then I believe this is the they didn't fight. Christmas truce 1914 football remembers. So literally this was the one what Paul McCartney did, that song Pipes of Peace, basically where they in trenches and they decided to call a truce, have a game of football, England versus Germany, and then went truce with it, they went back to battle. And this is remembering with gratitude, pride and great honour the players, staff and supporting of Clapton Orient Football Club who served the battalion in Middlesex Regiment, the Footballers Battalion. Clapton Orient were the first Football League club to enlist in masses to serve King and country during the Great War. Many sustained wounds. Three of the club's players made the ultimate sacrifice during the Battle of the Somme. So basically that's what that's for. I didn't know about that before. Middlesex Regiment. And they lost three players, so that's connected with that one. I wonder if it was same Battle at Somme, maybe 1914. So they work it out. But that's that one. And this is the Royal British Poppy Field. There's only a few poppies, but it's still nice, isn't it? A lot of yellow daisies though. Here poppies, a few intermingle what's left of them. And I think that's the police memorial, that down there as well. This is an anchor from RFA St Percival. The memorial has been possible with generous contributions, so it's a Merchant Navy Welfare Board. It's a fair size anchor, isn't it? Saw service in the Gulf War 1991, according to that. What size an anchor, eh? It's quite interesting. These are gravestones of eras, so that's a simple stone cairn. Stones were used by ancestors to mark a special place, perhaps a boundary of a tribal burial spot. The stones were smooth. You got this one here, that is a monolithic from about 400 BC. That's what the grave would have looked like. I should imagine this is Roman. English sensation of Latin, Marcus, yeah, so that's a Roman one. First century tombstone, Colchester, so it's got to be Roman. Then another one, that's another type of Roman. Is that Roman, yeah? Can't really see, it doesn't tell you much. Then you've got Saxon, a Saxon replica. Then you've got a Tudor one, Tudor style one. I'm not sure what type that is, doesn't really say how much on there. Old headstone, may not be the reason. These are from churches apparently. That's a Norton Court, so I don't know what year. 1787. 1850 headstone. Victorian, definitely Victorian, you can tell we got marble. That's what lifeboat men. That's for masonry graves. It's a war grave. That's some pretty modern one. I don't really know what year that were. Welsh slate, that one. Memorial for aircraft carriers. And I'm not sure what this one is, but we'll have a look at it. There's submarines, possibly submarines. Let's have a look. Of all the branches of the men in the forces, there is none which shows much devotion in faces, grimmer perils than a submariner, Winston Churchill. And that's quite a lovely monument, that is. Memorial. This is a replica of the actual railway what would have been built in 1940, the Sumatara Railway, when Japanese got prisoners of war. 1944, 1945. And this is a section of Burma Railway known as the Railway of Death, built by prisoners of war between 1942 and October 1943. 16,000 British, Australian, Dutch and American prisoners of war died in this construction. So I think this is originally some of the stuff what's come back from there. The Burma Siam Railway, 1942-45. This is your cafe there. The cafe's there. You've got a chapel in that corner, and you've got a Remembrance Centre exhibition, which we're going to have a visit shortly. But like I said, we're going to make us way that way. That's the polar bear monument. That's the first one. That's a regiment which were in Iceland. I think it was Iceland anyway, but that's the beginning bit anyway. I'll explain that to you after. But lovely. See you shortly.
A lot of families choose not to move simply because of the hardship that were put onto the men who actually fought. We have nothing to do with this people, but it's never too late to acknowledge what people have done. Sometimes it's not good for them to we were there to be saved.
The well-being curtains, these. That's where you go if you want to record a memory of somebody, a memory booth.
This is the main spine road. This is the background spine. So to the left is
Also, the people who made photographs, so you can tell their skills. It took them a year to make that. What they did was got lots and lots of photographs of their children and grandchildren. They conned their local vicar into being the vicar on the stairs.
when they were photographing their children, there was always one. Compared to normal groups of kids, there was always going to be one. This case was the one who would sit still, didn't want his photograph taken, someone else why. On this wall here, we have a cross, which was it's made for us. All of that is going on, and we hope to be here in 999 years next when the lease runs out. I don't think it's any problem. We hope to have the railway line open from Burton to Lichfield.
Well, that's ended it at video. The National Memorial Arboretum. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. It's free to get in. Donations are welcome, so if you want to donate when you come and see it, it's absolutely massive. You've got absolutely tons of memorials, 25,000 trees, 400 memorials all over the park, and absolutely amazing. And now it's tea time, so like I said, that's my bun, that's my cake. So if you'd like to subscribe and share it with your friends, please, I need more subscribers, please. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later, bye.